All right, so we're looking at which situation is best represented by the inequality below. 10 is less than or equal to 6 plus x. Now, this is a little bit different because we've moved the x from the left side to the right side. So just to make it how I know I've seen it, I'm going to move it over. I'm going to say 6 plus x, I have to flip my sign, is greater than or equal to 10. That just reminds me exactly what my sign is because we always think about the x, or our variable, which is what that x represents. So let's look at the situations. John's cat had at least 10 kittens. That means he could have had more than 10 kittens. One day while he was at school, they got out of their pen and he found 6. How many more kittens does John need to find? Okay, so we know that we're going to have the 6 that he found plus whatever he hasn't found yet, and that has to be at least or greater than or equal to 10. Now that situation does represent the inequality that we've got written here. So that's an option. I'm going to put a pin in it because we're looking at greater than or equal to. Sandy has more than 10 pieces of candy. Now, more than, key word there. Just like at least was our key word up here. Make sure you're underlining those key words. More than, all it means is greater than. It's not equal to though. So if we've got equal to up here, more than, can that be a possibility? Well, definitely not. So we're going to go ahead and cross out B before we even get through the rest of it, because that key word does not match. C, Xavier wants to add at most, key word, at most 10 comic books to his collection. This weekend he bought 6 comic books. How many more does he need to buy to reach his goal? So the word at most, that means he can't have any more than 10 comic books. Well, we know we want to have at least or more than or equal to 10 comic books. So C doesn't work either because of that key word. And Allie makes $6 per hour babysitting. She's not making very much. She wants to make more than $10. Now this is going back to B, more than. Does that mean it could be equal to? Nope, so that doesn't work either. So what that means is that A is the only one that makes any sense. Which inequality has x is equal to 0.25 as one of its solutions? So I'm going to set this up for you, but I believe you can do it. You're going to have 6 multiplied by 0.25. Does that give you a number that's greater than 0.8? You're going to have to solve and figure that out. Now you have 0.25 divided by 2. Does that give you a number less than or equal to 0.15? 5.2 plus 0.25. Does that give you a number greater than or equal to 5.5? And D, 7.85 minus 0.25. Does that give you a number less than 7.55? All right, so all you have to do is solve these. Go through, say 6 multiplied by 0.25, or a quarter. Multiply it out, figure out, is that greater than 0.8? Is 0.25 divided by 2 less than or equal to 0.15? Solve these out. Okay. Which answer choice makes the following inequality true? Okay, so which answer choice makes the following inequality true? We learned yesterday in our bubble activity that we could have many possibilities of solutions. So we might find that we need to find something that follows the rule of the solution and not the exact number that we get. But first I want you to notice, we have to think about our flip-flop. We are multiplying or dividing by a negative. We have to do something to our inequality sign. That's right. We have to flip the inequality sign, and I see that I'm multiplying my variable by a negative 15. So down here, I'm going to go ahead and write that out just so it's already done. So, number one, what's the operation that's happening? We are multiplying by a negative 15. What's the opposite of multiplying by a negative 15? Dividing by a negative 15. So I'm going to do the opposite to both sides. If I divide negative 15 by negative 15, my goal is to get x by itself. So now negative 15 divided by itself gives us 1. So 1 multiplied by x, or just x by itself. Because anything multiplied by 1 is the same. So if I've done it on this side, I need to make sure and follow through and divide by a negative 15 on the other side. So I have a negative divided by a negative. That means I know I'm going to get a positive. So I'm going to go ahead and divide 180, because they're same sign, so that means positive, divided by 15. 15 goes into 18 one time. Minus 15. Gives us an extra 3, bring down our 0. 15 goes into 30 twice. So x must be less than 12. All right. Is x equals 15 less than 12? Well, definitely not. Is x equals 12.2 less than 12? Nope, it's 0.2 more than 12. Is x equals 14.5 less than 12? Nope. Is x equals 5 less than 12? Yes. We found our answer. All right, you guys can do number 2. I believe in you. And I am excited to see you tomorrow. All right, bye guys.